Hello friends, my name is Ramasu. Today we shall discuss about a topic, the sequence activities as per defined by PMBOK guide. Friend, today's topic is very interesting, especially if you have interest in project management or you are planning to give exam of PMP. So this is a very important interesting topic for you. So let's start, friend. First of all, I would request to please subscribe to my YouTube channel and click on the bell option as well so that my new videos can reach to you. And also you can follow me on the Facebook page as well. Basically, friend, once all the activities have been defined in the process of define activities, you need to place them in order of precedence in the sequence activities process. Here you essentially create a map diagram that effectively illustrates the relationship existing between these activities and identifies the order or sequence in which they need to be performed. It's important to mention that the schedule is not created during this process, and so at this stage you need not assign any starting or finishing dates or time frames to these activities. Sequence activities is the process of identifying and documenting relationships among the project activities. The key benefit of this process is that it defines the logical sequence of work to obtain the greatest efficiency given all project constraints. Now if we talk about the inputs are project management plan, project documents, enterprise environmental factor and organizational process assets. Basically, the input for the sequence activities process includes activity attributes, project scope statement, activity list, milestone list, as well as organizational process assets and enterprise environmental factor. The activity list created by you contains your scheduled activities and has to be arranged in the order in which tasks, subtasks need to be performed. The attributes of the activities chosen by you provide an additional insight into the activities that need to be addressed before others. Additionally, the milestone list offers you with the key milestones which might influence the overall order of all activities. The project scope statement goes a long way in ensuring that nothing goes miss. More often than that, it influences the activity performance order. For example, if a project demands that a garden has to be open to the public in the next 2 weeks, the manager might consider recruiting human resources personnel prior to organizing a volunteer based event. Okay, so then next we can talk about the tools. Friend, tools basically are precedence diagramming method, the leads and lag, dependency determination, and project management information system. So basically, friend, precedence diagramming method is typically a graphical representation of the activities list and defines the order in which the task or subtasks need to be performed, often showcased as a simple flow chart with arrows depicting the dependencies of activities, rectangles representing activities, and the units of duration written above the nodes. This diagram sets the precedence for determining the dependency of activities. There are three kinds of dependencies: discretionary, mandatory, and external. A mandatory dependency, basically also referred to as a hard logic, is always true and considered unavoidable. For instance, a hole has to be dug before concrete can be poured into the create a swimming pool. Discretionary dependency, also known as soft logic, are not always true. They are best determined by an organization's best practices, historical information, and expert judgment. For example, one may choose a slice cucumber before a tomato for fixing a salad, and the precedence could take place either way. External dependencies through outside the project scope and control are important enough to be considered. For instance, if the construction of your building requires strict compliance to certain regulations, you may have to address an external dependency situation if revisions are in the offing. Now, the leads and lags. In certain cases, an activity may get a jump start before another, or may incur a waiting period in between other activities. These situations are referred to as leads and lags. Leads occur when particular activities offer the required resources to begin a dependent activity, but are not quite finished. For example, a music event requires the tracks to be decided before recruiting a DJ. Here, a lead may take place if the organizer have prior knowledge about the genre of music that will be used to start their search for DJ proficient in the required genre. But then the music has to be picked out beforehand. A lag take place in case of a waiting period existing between two activities. For instance, a wait time is required for the wet paint to dry up completely before decorations can be hung in a building interior. Now if we talk about the outputs are basically the project schedule network diagram and project document updates. Friend, the outputs from the activity sequencing process encompasses the project schedule network diagram and any other project document updates that may be necessary. The network diagram merely represents the dependencies of activities and is not the schedule. The time frames and schedules are developed through an altogether different process. The diagram may include the summary nodes of activities or an entire representation of total activities in line with the needs of the project. If summary nodes are used, enough documentation should be available to make sure that the basic flow of all activities is well understood. So friend, thanks a lot for watching the video. I hope you like this video. If you like it, please share it with your friends and colleagues, and thanks a lot for watching the video.